Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now in this video I'm just going to briefly explain one of the rigs that I use in an upcoming video. But if you're new to the channel, this is not only what I do. I do other videos showing you how to build things for fishing. I've got fishing trips and vlogs, video vlogs, where I've recorded some of my sessions, and there's a lot more on the channel to help anyone that wants to learn a bit about fishing and who just wants to enjoy a bit of fishing around the UK coast. But in this video we are going to discuss this rig that is sitting in front of me, and basically it's just a two boom rig, and I use this rig for targeting wrasse and smaller species up against walls, piers, deep drop-offs close in, anything like that, where this rig doesn't need a lot of casting. This is not clipped down. These are just two fixed booms. So I wouldn't want to be casting this further than 30-40 yards really. Anything further than that, it could start causing tangles and complications. So this is what I've got. Now all of my rigs that I build now are with fluorocarbon. So that's fluorocarbon rig body and fluorocarbon hook snoods. And watch this video up here by a good friend Aaron. He explains why he only uses fluorocarbon, and it is very interesting, and it explains why fluorocarbon is better than mono. Now what I've got on this rig, very simply, are two booms fixed in place here with two hook snoods coming off them. So these booms are just twisted wire booms. They are 20 centimeters long, and then I've got about 30-35 centimeters of hook snood beyond that. And then on the business end of this one, I've got a 2.0. So this one's targeting bigger wrasse with ragworm or big fish chunks. Now you can go down to like size 1s, size 2s if you're going for smaller species. And then all I've got is one floaty bead there and a sliding stop knot. You can use like a float stop, and then that just slides down to above the bait, and hopefully that would give the bait a little bit of movement against the wall as it's coming off this boom. So the bottom of the rig, basically I just use any clip that I can. These are ones that were given to me. So on a rig like this where you're possibly fishing in rocky areas, I don't want to start using expensive terminal tackle. These were given to me. These are cheap lead link clips. So for a rig like this, I'm happy using these. So all I've got is a link clip there, lead clip with lead of your choice, or a spark plug, or anything on a rotten bottom. I've then got a swivel, size 2 crane swivel. That is tied there with a uni knot or Duncan knot, whatever you want to call it. And that is tied with 60-pound fluorocarbon there. So we've got 60-pound fluorocarbon. And what I've done is I've gone 45 centimeters from that swivel, and I've then tied figure of 8 knot. So you can see it there, and I'll just put the link to that knot up the top. So I'll put a figure of 8 knot, then slid down a bead, a large bead, and I like to match beads with the floaty beads, so they're all the same on the rig. I've then slid on the boom, next bead above it, and then directly above that another figure of 8 knot, as you can see there. That's then captured that in place without any crimps that really damage the line, and figure of 8 knots are just so much better. So there's the first boom. I've then gone again on this, another 45 centimeters, and done exactly the same again. Figure of 8 knot there, 2 beads either side of the boom, and a figure of 8 knot above it. And then I've got about 5 inches, and we've got the swivel that will attach to your main line. So this is just another size 2 crane swivel tied on with a uni knot. Then off of each boom I've got 30 centimetres of 25 pound fluorocarbon. The fluorocarbon I'm using on it here is Cinetic Mimetic, and again you can get hold of that through Aram's channel from the link about fluorocarbon that I linked earlier. He sells this fluorocarbon on his eBay shop, so contact him and you'll be able to get hold of some of this fluorocarbon, which is really good stuff. Now I go with 25 pound because again this is being fished up against rocks, and you're fishing for wrasse, toothy critters. They're going to get you in rocks if they can, if you get a big one. So I want a bit of strength to be able to pull a fish out of a snag, possibly. Also, the hooks that I'm using are slightly thicker gauge, so thicker gauge wire, because again you're going for quite a strong and powerful fish, and you don't want the thin wire hooks that could bend out or snap. So there we are, 30 centimetres, 25 pound fluorocarbon. And then what I've done is I've slid on this floaty bead. You can slide on 2 small floaty beads. I've tied a stop knot with power gum, but you can use float stops to head them on the line. You can put sequins above it. And then again with the uni knot, I've tied this hook on there, and I've also done the same on the bottom snood. Now all I've done is I've made sure that this snood here does not reach the boom below it or the snood below it. So that's it under tension, and it doesn't reach there, so it's not going to tangle up with this boom when we're dropping it down in the water. It's probably about 7-8 centimetres short. There it is there, both under tension, like so. So that's it. That's the rig that I use for wrasse close in. This is not one that I would do long distance casting rig. This is not a long distance casting boom rig. I will show you how to make a long distance casting boom rig in a future video. But I hope this has helped for anyone, especially wanting to fish walls for wrasse, and where you can just drop your rig down the wall. This is what you want, and I hope you catch some fish on it. Anyway, please subscribe to the channel. Please press the bell for all notifications if you already haven't. And I hope you enjoy what you see, and I hope it helps. Until next time, tight lines.